1 month, the attention of the footballing world was firmly on Asia. From start to finish, there was no doubt that the AFC Asian Cup Qatar 2023 was the grandest ever edition of Asia's crown jewel. Multiple records were broken, and impressive new milestones were reached. An astonishing 7.9 billion digital impressions. A record 1.5 million supporters showcased their passion across 9 world-class stadiums. And hundreds of millions of Asian football fans set new benchmarks in TV viewership. But more than that, the spectacular success was the most compelling showcase of Asia's strength. A reminder that there is no limit to what can be achieved when the Asian football family comes together, building on our crowning moment. Soon, a new dawn will begin when the transformative Asian club competitions kick off later this year. With their groundbreaking reforms, the revamped 3-tier men's club competitions, together with the breakthrough AFC Women's Champions League, promise to take Asian club football to unparalleled heights. The AFC is on the brink of ushering in a new era. And with so much more to come, Asia will continue to rise together as one.
Good morning, AFC President, FIFA President, FIFA Secretary General, Presidents and General Secretaries of Confederations, AFC Executive Committee members, member associations, delegates and presidents, the regional associations, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 34th AFC Congress 2024 here in Bangkok, Thailand. Before we proceed with the Congress, please allow me to provide some housekeeping information for your knowledge. Translation is available in English and Arabic on channels 1 and 2, respectively, on the translation device. Kindly ensure that all mobile phones are set to silent mode or switched off. Kindly ensure that your voting delegate is in possession of and wearing their voting ID card. Please also ensure that you have received the e-voting device on your table. If you do not have this, please raise your hand now. You may access all Congress-related documents on your e-voting device. Further, the roll call and all votes during the Congress, other than secret ballots, if required, will be conducted via the e-voting device. I will now provide instructions on the e-voting process. When a vote is called, you will see the voting question appear with 4 buttons. Select yes to vote in favor, select no to vote against, select abstain to vote abstain. Once you have made your selection, please click the submit button to submit your vote. The e-voting process will run as follows. After reviewing the question, I will inform the Congress that the window period of voting is now open. You will then be required to submit your vote within the window period, and after making your selection, the relevant button will be highlighted. After the relevant button is highlighted, click Submit at the bottom. After clicking Submit, you will be required to confirm your vote. To confirm your vote, click Confirm. To change your vote, click Change. If you decide to change your vote, you will need to repeat the same process. The duration of each voting window is 30 seconds. We will now practice the e-voting with 3 test questions. So if you can be ready with your device. Question 1, is the 34th AFC Congress being held in Bangkok, Thailand? Select yes to vote in favor, no to vote against, and select abstain to abstain. Click the submit button to submit your vote. The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the AFC legal team to verify the voting results. We have 43 votes cast. We have 43 yeses, 0 noes, and 4 who have abstained. Thank you. We move on to the next question. Number 2, does the AFC have its headquarters in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia? Yes to vote in favor, no to vote against, and abstain to abstain. Click the submit button to submit your vote. The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the AFC legal team to verify the voting results. We have 42 yeses, 2 noes, and 3 who have abstained. Thank you. We move to the third question. Is the 34th AFC Congress being held on 16th of May 2024? You can do the vote now. The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the AFC legal team to verify the voting results. We have 39 yeses that confirm today is the 16th of May. We have 3 noes and 5 abstentions. Thank you very much for your participation in the test. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my housekeeping remarks. We will now move on to the agenda of the Congress. It's my pleasure now to invite the AFC President, His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, to give his opening remarks.
Good morning, dear friends and colleagues, FIFA President Gianni Infantino, of course, CONCACAF President, my dear friend Victor Montagliani, AFC Presidents, FIFA Council members, Executive Committee members, D Presidents, and delegates. A very warm welcome and thank you for joining us for the 34th AFC Congress. And I would like to start by extending our gratitude to the Football Association of Thailand and its president, Mrs. Pan Lamsam, for their warm hospitality. And I thank our dear friend, the FIFA President Gianni Infantino, for joining us today. Mr. President, Asia is always with you, has always been a big supporter of FIFA and your presidency, and we will always follow your advice. Thank you so much for always being with us, and I know it's a busy day for you as well, going through all those confederations, but it's good to have you here. Dear friends, I stand before you more inspired than ever. Never in the history of the Asian game has our future looked brighter, and this confidence is built on the success of our best ever AFC Asian Cup history. Our congratulations to Qatar, and our praise goes to Jordan as well, and the other 22 members association for underlining the rising standards of Asian football. Of course, our heartfelt thank goes to the Qatar government, the Qatar FA, and all those involved for delivering another giant stride forward for the Asian game. Above all, through the clarity of vision and unity of purpose shown by all our members, we delivered our finest hour. And our congratulations also to all the winners and finalists across all the AFC and FIFA competitions since the last Congress in October. We have a packed agenda today, so I look forward to addressing you a bit later. For now, I hand over the AFC General Secretary over you, Dr. Siri.
Thank you, President. Before proceeding further with the agenda, we would like to observe a moment of silence to pay our respects to all our football officials, players, referees, administrators, and fans who have passed away since the last AFC Congress. And also, with a heavy heart, we also extend our deepest sympathies to the Palestine Football Association, especially in the light of the ongoing violence and profound human suffering in Gaza, which is having a significant impact on the entire football community in Palestine, as seen in the video presented by the Palestine Let's all arise and observe a moment of silence. Thank you. You may take your seats now. We will now move on to agenda item number 2, roll call. Please confirm your attendance by clicking the yes button on your e-voting device. The window shall commence now. The window is now closed. I kindly ask the AFC legal team to verify the attendance. So we have 47 member associations present. So accordingly, we have member associations present 47, member associations with the right to vote 47, quorum 24, simple majority more than 50% 24, 3/4 majority 75% is 36. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, number 3, the declaration that the Congress has been convened and composed in compliance with the statutes. I invite the AFC President to make the declaration.
Thank you, Dr. I declare the 34th AFC Congress has been convened and composed in compliance with the statutes. Thank you.
Thank you, President. We move on to agenda item number 4, approval of the Congress agenda. The delegates, do you approve the agenda of the 34th AFC Congress 2024? Select yes to vote in favor, no to vote against, and select abstain to abstain. Then you can press the submit button to submit your vote. The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the legal team to verify the voting results. Majority 24. We have 47 yeses. Thank you very much for approving the agenda of the Congress. We move to the agenda number 5, address by the AFC President, His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa. A pleasure to invite the President.
Thank you, Dr. Siri. As I mentioned in my welcome remarks, Asian football has never been stronger. Qatar 2023 broke all records and set new standards. It showed that delivering top-class competition is no longer just an ambition, it's the AFC promise to its members and stakeholders. And constantly striving for greatness has become part of the Asian football DNA. Thank you for your support. We have applied the same approach in our efforts to grow the Asian Cup club game in the next decade, so it gives me great pleasure to announce that we'll launch a new brand identity of our revamped club competitions later in our Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you should congratulate yourself because it's because of you this is what we've achieved. The unity, the support, the collaboration that we receive from all our members have made us stronger and united than ever before. This achievement will chart a new era of growth and the commercial appeal, of course, for the Asian football. And it will pave the way for more support for our member associations and regional associations. The AFC education, development, technical, and refereeing programs are already leaving a lasting impact on our members. Tailor-made solutions are now more readily available for our members, but these reforms will allow us to do much more. Off the pitch, the AFC Reform Task Force are already working to ensure that we remain a model confederation. Our improvements in governance have aligned us with many other leading confederations, and of course, with FIFA. This is a significant step forward in our ongoing efforts to improve our governance, something we all value and have worked hard for in recent years. Dedicated leaders, both past and present, whose service and contributions have laid the groundwork for our game to flourish. So I'm delighted to announce that we will honor them today with the presentation of 2 new special awards. We have a duty to them and to the future generation to ensure we continue to adopt the best practices. And I want to assure you that we will continue on this path of unity, side by side with our member associations. To demonstrate integrity, excellence, and solidarity in everything that we do, and to use football to improve the lives of our vulnerable communities, especially those affected by acts of violence. Dear President, the AFC and FIFA are only strong as its members, and when one member suffers, all its members are affected. So the AFC stands together with the Palestinian FA, and we join them in seeking for a permanent solution to the challenges faced by the Palestinian football community within the rules and regulations and statutes of FIFA. I'm sure you will agree that we have a duty to ensure that our beautiful game continues to bring joy to those who need it most. Thank you, and I will hand over to the General Secretary for the next item on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Now may I invite the FIFA President to come on stage, please. President. We will have the presentation of the AFC Lifetime Achievement and Distinguished Service Awards. Dear members, the AFC Lifetime Achievement and Distinguished Service Award honors those whose meritorious contributions have not only elevated Asian football but also left an indelible mark on our society. Today, we recognize and applaud the remarkable achievements of 3 individuals, one of them posthumous for dedicating themselves to advancing the sport, enriching communities and uniting Asia through the universal language of football. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that Dr. Veronica Chan Yu Kam of Hong Kong, China, as the first ever recipient of the AFC Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Chan stands as a beacon of inspiration and true pioneer of Asian women's football. With unparalleled dedication and foresight, she blazed trails by establishing the Asian Ladies Football Confederation in the pivotal year of 1965. Through her unwavering commitment, she not only elevated the sport, but also opened doors for countless women across the continent. Unfortunately, Dr. Chan is unable to be with us in person today to accept the award. However, representing her esteemed legacy, I'm honored to invite Dr. Chan's daughter, Ms. Elaine Chew, who is also the chair lady of the Hong Kong Ladies Football Association, to receive the award on behalf of Dr. Chan. Thank you, Ms. Chew. You may take your seat now. Our next recipient is none other than the AFC Senior Vice President, Mr. Zhao Zhao, who is also the President of the Myanmar Football Federation, the Chairperson of the AFC Social Responsibility Committee, and an esteemed Board of Trustees member of the AFC Dream Asia Foundation. Mr. Zhao Zhao will be honored with the AFC Distinguished Service Award. During the height of the pandemic, in an effort to combat an alarming increase of COVID-19 cases, he built a 1,000-bedded free treatment quarantine hospital with a HDU and ICU facility in Yangon and a 375-bed hospital in Mandalay, Myanmar, which treated over 12,000 patients, and also established a free test center which catered to more than 22,000 patients. Mr. Zhao Zhao has donned many hats since assuming the MFF President's role, but it is his determined efforts to drive social change through football that he will be remembered most. Please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Zhao Zhao. Thank you, Mr. Zhao Zhao. Our third recipient is Mr. Lim Kia Tong, former President of the Football Association of Singapore and esteemed Chairperson of the AFC Disciplinary and Ethics Committee, who receives the AFC Distinguished Service posthumously. Mr. Lim tragically left us in September 2022. Mr. Lim, a successful criminal litigation lawyer by profession, served as a member of the AFC Disciplinary and Ethics Committee from 2007 before being elected as the chairperson in 2011, a position he held until the time of his passing. He was also the first Singaporean to assume a leadership role on a FIFA committee when he was elected its disciplinary committee deputy chairman in May 2013 for 4 years. His professional successes in football and law were many and varied, and his dedication to his work was second to none. He was a role model, and each of us had a very personal connection with Mr. Lim because we worked together so frequently and he was so easily accessible. Today, we have in our midst Mr. Lim's son, Brandon Lim, who followed in his footsteps by becoming a lawyer, to receive the AFC Distinguished Service Award on behalf of the late Mr. Lim. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you to the AFC FIFA President. It's a pleasure now to invite the FIFA President to give his address.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Dear President of AFC, my dear brother Sheikh Salman, dear presidents, members, delegates, general secretaries, guests from the other confederations, general secretary, ladies, gentlemen, it is for me as always an honor and a pleasure to be speaking at the AFC Congress. A very special AFC Congress because it is an AFC Congress which takes place on the eve of a FIFA Congress, and it takes place in Bangkok, so not far from the AFC headquarters, but for FIFA it is the first time that we come to Bangkok and to Southeast Asia for a FIFA Congress. And this is indeed very, very important because FIFA has to be present everywhere. And Asia, you know it, for me has a special place in my heart, a special place in the relationship that we all have with each other over the years, a special place for what we have been witnessing in the past years. We have seen images of the latest Asian Cup in Qatar, and this brought back, of course, sweet, sweet memories from the Men's World Cup in 2022, the best ever in Qatar, and the performances of all of you and the fans that came, the public, 5 billion viewers all over the world, were unique, and I think we watched really a fantastic tournament. Again, thanks to, as your President Sheikh Salman was saying, thanks to all of you. You have to congratulate yourself. We congratulate you. We are not only as strong as we are united. And when we speak about unity, of course, we are all suffering with what is going on today in Palestine. We can pray for, and we pray for the mothers who lose their children. And we pray for the mothers who lose their children everywhere in the world. And we pray for the children who suffer everywhere in the world. And football can do only very little, of course, to change situations around the world, everywhere in the world, which are tragic. But what we can do is to show unity, because football is what unites everyone. What unites everyone in Asia, and what has to unite everyone in the world. So we have to try and use the power of football to bring people together, to bring communities together, to concentrate and focus on what we share rather than what divides us, because that is much more important, and much more important, of course, for our children as well. So with this in mind, we are united. We are united in AFC, we are united in FIFA, at the FIFA Council. We work together for the future generations, for the girls, for the boys, to be able to play to be able to enjoy, to be able to spend moments of happiness together, thanks to football. And for this, you know it very well, we have to invest. We have to invest in youth programs, in girls programs, in boys programs. And we have to invest in senior competitions by increasing the number of participants, by getting more of the world to participate and more of the world to know each other, because when we know each other better, there is certainly a better chance for us to understand each other better as well. So we have to continue in this path, and at the FIFA Congress there will be many topics, statutory amendments, and so on and so forth, the decision on the 27 World Cup, Women's World Cup, where the last Women's World Cup was played in Asia and Oceania, with Australia being a fantastic host together with New Zealand, also there. Incredible numbers, 2 million spectators in the stadiums, 2 billion viewers in all over the world. We have to build on that to grow women's football as well, all together. And this message of unity is also a message of unity that we would like to pass tomorrow in a stand, in a global stand against racism. It is important that we get rid, in football, we get rid of racism in society, of course, as well. There is no place in our society for discrimination, for racism. We are all equal, especially in football, all equal in front of a ball, kicking a ball. When you give a ball to children and they kick around, they don't look at themselves, they don't look at where they come from, they don't look at what religion they are, they just play. And that's what we have to do, and this is the spirit we have to work, and that's why I hope and I wish that the FIFA Congress tomorrow is really united in this global stand against racism and against discrimination. Having said that, and because you have a long agenda and I have to go to the other confederations as well, and because you will hear of me and from me tomorrow, and I don't want to bore you already today, I conclude my words here. I thank you very much for the invitation. I thank you for having us here. I thank you for your participation. Tomorrow you will have the right to vote on the Women's World Cup, for example. You have all the elements that you need to do that. And I'm sure that the next event that we will organize will always be the best. We always have to strive for the best. Will be in Uzbekistan as well later this year for the Futsal World Cup. And I'm sure everyone will enjoy Asia. Good luck to the Asian teams participating in the Olympic Games and in the Futsal World Cup and in the youth competitions this year. All the best to you. I'm sure you will shine on the global stage. Thank you for having me here. I wish you a great Congress, and I see you around today or tomorrow. Take care. Thank you.
If you could remain on stage for the pen and exchange.
Since we are in Asia, where everything is, very quick and very possible, if somebody wants to enter independent business, it's a very, very good business, huh?
We will now move on to agenda item number 6, the appointment of 3 scrutineers to check the voting. The following individuals are proposed as scrutineers. Mr. Kipa Ajay, All India Football Federation. Mr. Salah Esa Al-Kanai, Kuwait Football Association. Mr. Ted Kun Nong Mint Wai from Myanmar Football Federation. The delegates, do you approve the appointment of the proposed scrutineers? Select yes to vote in favor, no to vote against, select abstain to abstain. Press the submit button to submit your vote. The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the AFC legal team to verify the voting results. Valid votes cast 47, votes required simple majority 24. We have 47 yeses. Thank you very much for approving the appointment of the scrutineers. The scrutineers are requested to take their designated seats on my right-hand side. Thank you. We'll now move on to agenda item number 7, the appointment of the 3 members to check the official minutes. The following individuals are proposed as minutes checkers: Ms. Jacqueline Ann Lee Jo from Football Australia, Mr. Jihad Al Chohof from the Lebanese Football Association, and Mr. Muhammad Ishamuddin Yahya from the Football Association of Malaysia. The delegates, do you approve the appointment of the proposed minutes checkers? The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the scrutineers to verify the voting results. Valid votes cast 47, votes required for a simple majority 24. We have 47 yeses. Thank you for confirming the minutes checkers. They will be required to review the official minutes after the Congress. We now move on to agenda item number 8, suspension or expulsion of a member association. This item is not applicable for this Congress. Agenda item number 9, dismissal of a person or a body. This item is also not applicable for this Congress. Agenda item number 10, approval of the minutes of the preceding Congress. The minutes of the AFC Extraordinary Congress 2023, which was held via an online platform on the 18th of October 2023, have been sent to the member associations previously. The AFC has received no comments regarding these minutes. So, dear delegates, do you approve the minutes of the AFC Extraordinary Congress 2023? The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the scrutineers to verify the voting results. Valid votes cast 47, votes required for a simple majority 24. We have 47 yeses. Thank you for approving the minutes of the AFC Extraordinary Congress 2023. We move on to the agenda item number 11, the AFC activity report for the period preceding the Congress. The activity report was sent to all the member associations prior to this Congress in accordance with the statutes. No questions have been received regarding the report. Thank you for taking note. We can move now to agenda item number 12, reports of the committees and bodies. In accordance with the statutes, it's my pleasure to present to you the reports of the committees and bodies, which also includes the activity report. These reports are presented by a video. Thank you. We'll move on to the agenda item 13, approval of the audited financial statements and the auditor's reports for the year ended 31st December 2023. The AFC Finance Committee Chairperson, Dato' Haji Hamidin bin Haji Muhammad Amin, will address the Congress.
Mr. President, His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, AFC Vice President, members of the AFC Executive Committees, MA Presidents, distinguished guests, dear friends and colleagues. In accordance with Article 42 of the AFC Statutes, I am pleased to recommend to the AFC Congress the financial statements and auditor's report for the year 2023. I am pleased to report that we are on a strong financial footing with a healthy surplus and an increase in accumulated reserve. The year 2023 saw the AFC complete 11 world-class competitions for its teams and players and increase its support to its member association and regional association. Most importantly, it was a year that showed the world the AFC continued ambitions to deliver on its vision and mission across all levels. I am pleased to advise that the AFC has received an unqualified auditor's report from our external auditors, Ernst & Young. The audit and compliance, finance, and executive committees have also reviewed and approved the financial statements and the auditor's report. To highlight the key areas of the Confederation's financial performance and investment in 2023, we have prepared a short video. I look forward to your approval. Thank you.
The AFC has emerged stronger in 2023, delivering world-class events, meeting its commercial goals, and overcoming operational challenges.
The financial statements reflect the AFC's improved foundations. The revenue achieved for the year is $266 million, an increase of 56.6% from $169.9 million in 2022. The investment expenditure incurred is $184.9 million, up by 17.2% from $157.7 million. A significant increase in the surplus was recorded from $12.2 million in 2022 to $81.1 million. Accumulated funds increased from $15.6 million in 2022 to $96.6 million due to the healthy surplus. Revenue from commercial agreements, including broadcasting rights and sponsorship deals, increased to $233.8 million, or 87.9% of the total revenue, on the back of a $142.5 million deferred income adjustment. Service fees and commission payments were consequently higher at $43.5 million, 16.4% of total revenue. The FIFA forward funds received amounted to $15 million, or 5.6% of total revenue. A $6 million donation received from a MA was earmarked for MA and RA development and educational activities. The total investment in MAs and RAs for development and education increased by 27.9%, from $22.6 million to $28.9 million. The AFC Enhanced MA and RA programs accounted for $21.2 million, which benefited 34 MAs and 5 RAs. Investments in education, technical and referees programs increased by $2.6 million to $3.5 million, which include on-site activities for the acclaimed Referee Academy. MA and RA development activities increased by 75% to $4.2 million, including the iconic AFC Academic Center of Excellence and the President's and General Secretary's Conference in Uzbekistan. Total competition investment comprised $78.9 million, as 11 world-class events were delivered as part of the AFC's vision. Investment in the AFC Champions League increased to $33.8 million, spanning the 2022 West knockout stage and final matches, and the 2023-24 preliminary and group stage matches. This included $5.1 million for the video assistant referee system. Total subsidies and prize monies dispersed for the AFC's club competitions amounted to $27.3 million. A broadcast market pool of $15 million was paid out to the participating MAs for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, underlining the AFC's ambitions to ensure the success of Asian teams. $2.5 million was dispersed to the participating MAs for the FIFA Women's World Cup Australia and New Zealand 2023. Total assets reflect a healthy position of $303.5 million, an increase of $34.2 million from 2022. Fixed deposit balances increased from $169.5 million to $172.4 million. Accumulated funds increased to $96.6 million from $15.6 million due to the surplus achieved in 2023. Cash and fixed deposit balances remained healthy at $197.8 million, an increase of 14.7%. A strong positive outlook, reflected by the increase in the reserves and liquid assets, is testament to the AFC's robust financial management strategies and good governance. Looking ahead, the AFC will stay true to its vision and mission with investment in its MAs and RAs, while also adopting innovative strategies to broaden the commercial appeal of Asian football in order to solidify its position as the continent's #1 sport.
Thank you. Thank you, Dato' Hamidin. And also now we would like to invite the AFC Audit and Compliance Committee Chairperson, Mr. Mohanad Fahmi Hamad, to address the Congress.
Thank you, Dr. Kseri. Mr. President, Your Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, members of the AFC Executive Committee, MA Presidents, distinguished guests, friends, and colleagues, good morning. I am pleased to recommend the 2023 financial statements to the AFC Congress. The financial statements have been audited, and the AFC Audit and Compliance Committee and the joint meeting of the Audit and Compliance and Finance Committees have approved the auditor's report. We thank our external auditors, Ernst & Young, for their diligence and unqualified report on the AFC financial statements, which once again emphasized the AFC's dedication to preserving the highest standards of good governance and transparency. I now support the AFC Finance Committee Chairperson in seeking your approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mohanad. Dear delegates, do you approve the audited financial statements and the auditor's report for the year ended 31st December 2023? The voting window of 30 seconds will commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the scrutineers to verify the voting results. We have the results. Valid votes cast 47, votes required for a simple majority 24. We have 47 yeses. Thank you very much for approving the audited financial statements and the auditor's report for the year ended 31st December 2023. We move on to the next item on the agenda, item number 14, consideration of proposals submitted by member associations or the Executive Committee in accordance with the AFC statutes. In this regard, I note that the Lebanese Football Association, Uzbekistan Football Association, Qatar Football Association, and Saudi Arabian Football Federation have submitted proposals for the amendment of the AFC statutes. In each case in writing with an explanation. Such proposals was seconded by the Iraqi Football Association, Syrian Football Association, Afghanistan Football Association, Football Federation, Islamic Republic of Iran, All Nepal Football Association, Vietnam Football Federation, Korea Football Association, and Lao Football Federation, respectively, as shown on the screen. I can confirm that all of the proposals were submitted in accordance with Article 29.2 of the statutes. The proposed amendments to the statutes are as follows. To delete the sentence, "They shall serve no more than 3 full terms of office, whether consecutive or not. Periods served as a replacement for the remainder of a term of another member shall not be considered in determining the term limit of a member," in Article 32.8 of the statutes. To delete Article 32.9 of the statutes, and to delete paragraph 2 of the transitory provisions of the statutes. Article 29.4 of the AFC Statutes, edition November 2023, provides the following mechanism for amendments or alterations to the statutes. All amendments and alterations to the statutes shall only be adopted with the approval of 3/4 of the valid votes cast by the member associations present and eligible to vote. Accordingly, dear delegates, do you approve the proposal to amend the statutes? The voting window of 30 seconds shall commence now. The voting window is now closed. I kindly ask the scrutineers to verify the voting results. Valid votes cast 45. Votes required for a 3/4 majority 34. We have 43 yeses, 2 noes, and 2 abstained. Thank you very much. I confirm your decision to approve the proposed amendments to the statutes. We now move on to agenda item 15. The following AFC Executive Committee positions are vacant. 1 female Executive Committee member, Central Zone, for the remaining term 2023-2027, and 1 Executive Committee member, East Zone, for the remaining term 2023 to 2027. In accordance with Article 32.22 of the statutes, an election for such position will now take place. I note that for each vacant position, there is only 1 candidate nominated. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Jahangir Baglari, the chairperson of the AFC Electoral Committee, to explain the procedure and conduct the elections.
Thank you, Datuk Seri. Hello and welcome. AFC President, Executive Committee members, and all delegates. My name is Jahangir Baglari. I am the chairperson of the AFC Electoral Committee. On behalf of the committee, I confirm that we will now proceed with the election of the vacant positions on the AFC Executive Committee for the remaining term 2023 to 2027. In accordance with the Article 32.1 of the AFC Statutes, edition November 2023. As per Article 25.1, where a candidate has no opponent for the seat, they may be elected by acclamation. Accordingly, we will proceed with the election for the AFC Female Executive Committee member, Central Zone, for the remaining term 2023-2027. There is 1 candidate for this position, who is Miss Mahma Daliva from Tajikistan. Dear voting delegates, I now ask you to show your acclamation with a round of applause. Thank you. I confirm your acclamation. Next, we will now proceed with the election of the AFC Executive Committee member, East Zone, for the remaining term 2023-2027. There is also 1 candidate for this position, who is Mr. Chung from Korea Republic. Dear voting delegates, I now ask you to show your acclamation with a round of Applause. Thank you. I confirm your acclamation. Now I pass the floor back to Datuk Seri to officially declare the election results as per the AFC Electoral Code. Thank you very much.
Dear delegates, in accordance with the AFC Electoral Code, as the General Secretary, I officially declare that Ms. Michkona Mamadeleva has been elected as the AFC Female Executive Committee Member Central Zone for the remaining term 2023 to 2027, and that Mr. Chung Mong-gyu has been elected as the AFC Executive Committee Member East Zone for the remaining term 2023 to 2027. And that concludes this agenda item. Thank you. We move on to the next item on the agenda, item number 16, President's closing remarks. It's my pleasure to invite the AFC President to provide his closing remarks and officially declare the Congress closed.
Thank you, Dr. Siri. Congratulations to our two new members, Mr. Chung Mong-gyu and Ms. Michkona Mamadeleva, who have been successfully elected to the AFC Executive Committee. I'm confident that we'll benefit from their expertise for the remainder of 23 to 27 term. My gratitude to the Congress for approving the 23 financial report, which once again underlines our healthy position to further strengthen the Asian game. At the same time, I must thank all of our members for their commitment to the reforms and statute revision process. Across all the AFC and FIFA competitions, we wish all our teams the very best of success. Dear friends, as mentioned earlier, in a few minutes we will launch the new brand identities for our revamped club competitions. And it's an exciting future. I'm sure that with your continued support and unity, we will take Asian football to even greater heights. A final note, of course, I would like to thank our host, the Thai FA, for their wonderful hospitality. And of course, to Mrs. Lamsam, she's probably the first woman president in Asia, so I expect all of you to support her as well in her, of course, responsibility, and we will always be next to her. And a final note, of course, as well for tomorrow's FIFA Congress. Let's not forget about Palestine as well, because we know that what they've been through in the last few years. I hope we seek your support for their cause. Thank you so much. And now,
ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly ask you to remain seated. The AFC takes immense pride in presenting the all-new AFC Club competition brands. Dear members of the AFC Congress, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor of inviting the AFC President, Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, as we reveal the new brand identities that will redefine Asian club football in the coming years. To kick off this milestone moment as we embark on an exciting new future for Asian football, Mr. President, if you could please place your hand on the football in front of you.
We start with the AFC Champions League Elite, a competition worthy of the continent's most enthusiastic fans and top-tier clubs. Our top 24 teams will clash, highlighting the best players from Asia and the world.
Built on the foundations of past heroes, a new beginning has arrived. uniting Asia's football powerhouses. 24 of the elite teams from 2 regions battle for supremacy to be crowned the ultimate champions. AFC Champions League Elite.
Now let us turn our attention to the AFC Champions League 2. This platform offers a thrilling stage for established clubs to battle for a coveted title with a pathway to excellence in Asian club football. Get ready for electrifying matches and fierce competition where every victory paves the way to unimaginable heights. This is the AFC Champions League 2.
On the way to the top, rivalries are born. New heroes emerge, paving the way to glory. 32 clubs battle it out from across Asia. AFC Champions League 2.
And now we introduce the AFC Challenge League. This platform serves as a launchpad for budding stars to shine on the continental club stage. Witness the passion, the grit, and the raw talent of 20 aspiring teams representing the vibrant tapestry of Asian football. The Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League.
For the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League.
The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring generations of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams. Chasing greatness. Inspiring generations. In a fierce contested competition. To crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is Asia.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us and experience the brand up close in the foyer. Thank you.
AFC Executive Committee members, member association delegates, representatives of the regional associations, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The 34th AFC Congress has now concluded. Thank you for your participation and see you soon.